With the power to generate bombs in his hands to reap destruction on blocks, monsters, and robots, Bomberman has been a blast for gamers to play for almost 3 decades. Cool White, Shirobon the White Bomber, whatever you call him, stars in one of my favorite Bomberman outings on the Super Nintendo. It's 1994, and this is Super Bomberman 2. This was one of the first games I had on my Super Nintendo, receiving it along with Super Mario All-Stars for Christmas when I was a kid, and back then I was never able to get past the 3rd set of levels. But after a few years of playing Max, Ultra, Live, and Wario Blast, I've finally been able to beat this game. The 5 bad bombers, as they're eloquently called in the instruction manual, have kidnapped Bomberman because some aliens built them to do so the aliens could take over the world, and that the aliens could then rid the world of the original Bomberman and some other nonsense. The Bomberman game's focus on plot is not as defined as, say, a Final Fantasy game, but that's perfectly alright in my book. I don't play Bomberman for the story, I play it to blow things up. Out of 5 sets of levels, Super Bomberman 2 is pretty short. You start with the Magnet Bomber and progress through his base until you eventually reach a final showdown with the Plasma Bomber. Like most Bomberman games, your objective is to destroy all the bad guys, avoid the level's traps and your own destructive tendencies, and hit all the switches to open a door to the next level. It's a pretty simple formula, and it's executed very well in Super Bomberman 2, though some levels will feel a little cheap with hidden traps or little time to react when starting a new level. After clearing 6 levels in one Bad Bomber's base, the Bad Bomber will confront our explosive-laying hero. Each Bad Bomber's tactics are different, but they're generally nothing to worry about. You might blow yourself up more times than the enemy will, but like all bad guys, the Bad Bombers don't go down easy. They'll retreat to go hop in a huge robot or other machine in a final attempt to crush you. These fights are very frustrating because if you die, you'll have to fight the Bad Bomber all over again. It's not a deal breaker, but be prepared to have a few game overs in the later half of the game. Of course, no Bomberman experience is complete without talking about Battle Mode. Much like Soda, Chips, and other party favors, Bomberman should be synonymous with the words party game. Grab a few friends, plug in the Super Nintendo multi-tap, and have a 4-player game. There's a ton of battle maps to satisfy a Bomberman craving, and while it's not the most complicated of battle modes in the series, the single match and tag team matches are a blast to play. The Bomberman series has had its ups and downs. Ever play Act Zero on the 360? But Super Bomberman 2 is not one of the bad games. It's worth picking up and playing through the normal game, but if you're all about the battle modes, you may want to check out a later title in the series. It's Super Bomberman. It's Bomerman. You really can't go wrong with Bomberman. Unless it's Act Zero on the 360, and quite honestly, if you like that game, we probably can't be friends.